The game will have to be forfeited. The revamped Christopher football team undergoes its first test Friday when the Bearcats host Alvarado. The team features many players from Ziegler Royalton High School who joined the Bearcats after ZR's program folded last year. As Dave Crome reports, these former rivals are now working for a common goal.
For the first time in their careers, the former members of the Ziegler Royalton football team have to compete for a starting spot. At ZR, they just had to show up, and they'd pretty much be assured to play due to the small roster. 1 year later, things are much different, and the former Tornado players say for the better.
Yeah, it's much easier. More breaks and stuff. You don't have to play a whole game.
You won't hear one complaint from Christopher coach Bill Rogers either. He's got 30 more players in his program, which has considerably beefed up the depth.
Kids are having to work harder to earn their position, and we'll have to work hard to keep their position. Injuries won't be as serious a problem, so depth is the overall advantage, I think.
Many of the players say they've welcomed the merge and have found new companions.
That's good. I've got more friends and everything now, you know. It's closer. I see guys coming to practice together from Ziegler and from Christopher, from Royalton and from Christopher, so the kids get along great.
Now that the heat is on, just a few days before the first game, the players will try to prove to the Black Diamond coaches they shouldn't have been picked to finish second in the preseason poll. But first, in Christopher, Dave Crome, Sports 3. 4 interceptions on the game. Quite an athletic play right here. Jacob King snares it away. He goes up and over to get it. Next series, Jeff Brown halts a Bearcat drive. He steps in front of Woodland's pass and takes a nice little run back down the near sideline here. Bearcats leading 8-0 with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Brian Lohr gets some pressure. He rolls out, avoids the sack, and fires one long, and look who's there. Joel Huey, a 50-yard completion to set up the first Red Devil score. Clark Lance rushes in 2 of his 139 yards with a touchdown, 8-6 at halftime. The only other score late in the third. What an effort. Wyatt King.
A big game early on in the Black Diamond. The winner will remain in first place and undefeated on the season. Cesar threatens early near the Christopher goal line. Brian Lauer looks for his receiver, but instead finds Jacob Peen. He brings it back out to the Bearcats 40, and Christopher with the first break of the ball game. The turnover leads to this 2-yard run by Mike Rolla. The Bearcats connect on a 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0 early. Cesar on offense. The screenplay is set up, but no one sees the ball except Jacob Peen, who leaps high in the air for his second interception of the night. Late in the first half, the Red Devils' Brian Lauer rolls out looking for a receiver. Goes to his right, looks downfield, lets it fly, and it is caught by Joel Huel, who's down on the 4-yard line by Christopher's defense. 2 plays later on the sweep, Clark Lance will take it. He'll swing right and will take it across, but it wasn't enough on this night as Christopher wins it 15-6. From Christopher, Doug Dillard.
We'll have more squad and standing room only for the choice view in Christopher, and those Bearcat fans got their fill of offense. Here in the fourth quarter, Jeff Earl breaks free for a 38-yard touchdown run. He and the Bearcats take a 26-6 lead. The Bearcat defense totally shut down the small-rostered Falcons. Only 1 scored allowed, and here's Jason Morgan with just one of the many Bearcat sacks. Christopher wins it by a final of 32. The Christopher Bearcats win after their 4th straight win of the season against Black Diamond rival Carterville, and we pick up the action there with the game tied at 6. Carterville quarterback Kerry Anthony sneaks in from a yard out, putting the Lions on top 13-6 midway through the third quarter. And how about a hand for Christopher's Curtis Fisher, who bolts around the left end for a score, pulling the Bearcats within 1, 13-12. And deja vu for number 22, Curtis Fisher. There he is again from 12 yards out, dragging Lions with him. And the Bearcats win it 18-13 to move to 4-0 on the season. And in the only other Black Diamond Conference game tonight, Johnston City blows out Alvarado 46-6. Cesar Valera boasts the area's top rusher in Clark Lance, but he was bogged down tonight by a sloppy field and the El Dorado Eagles defense. Early in the game, Lance takes the handoff, but he's met by a flock of Eagles who throw him for a loss. Mercy.
Yep. Hey, what a crowd, what a turnout, gorgeous weather. And, hey, there's the old Chief. Yeah, the Chief cranking it out, and this, it was nothing after 3 quarters of play. And then in the fourth, Johnston City went to work. Now, John Ames runs for 35. Here on the pass play, Christopher with a nice gainer. And then a couple of plays later, they drive it down deep into territory. It's Chad Woodland recovering into the end zone for the touchdown. And that made it 7-0. Later on, a 51-yard fumble recovery by Chad Nichilak made it 14-0. And that's the final. Christopher over Johnston City, 14-0.
All the other score in the Black Diamond tonight, Cesar Valera over Carterville, 22-14.
Well, the Christopher Bearcats tried to extend their winning streak to 5 tonight, but ran into a stiff test at Johnston City. Everybody was calm on the Indian sidelines until the play in the first quarter. And that play, Johnston City's coaches will remember for a long time, and they screamed for pass interference here. Mike McCree goes to the air on 3rd and long, and the ball will bounce off the helmet of Cliff Connor for an incomplete pass. Johnston City wanted pass interference, as you can tell. They didn't get it, and they had to punt. It was scoreless after 1 quarter. That didn't discourage the Indian passing game, though, but this next play may have. Wyatt Ping will pick it off to put the Bearcats in good field position, but the Indian defense clapped down, and the two teams went into halftime knotted at 0. In the final of that game, Christopher a winner by 2 touchdowns. The only other Black Diamond Conference game tonight had Carterville falling to Cesar to complete the Black Diamond schedule without a conference loss, and the home crowd packed the stands, really supporting the Bearcats against McLeansboro. And oh, baby, was it chilly out there. But quite a crowd to watch 2 key interceptions in the first half. Jason McKee in pursuit, flips the pass, and Ken Wilson finds the ball and gives the Orange the possession. Next play, Jeff Earl looks like he's going to score. A long 11 yards here, and he gets hung up at the 1-yard line, and that was good enough for Chad Woodland to finish it up on the keeper. The Bearcats lead 7-0. Bearcat coach Bill Rogers calls for another interception. Sean Furlow obliges. He picks it off at the 44. Like the first one, this turnover was also costly for the Foxes. The drive ends when Earl rumbles 23 yards. He gets out of traffic and is gone. That made it 14-0. The Bearcats closed the first half scoring a 49-yard touchdown pass, and they rolled to a perfect 5-0 Black Diamond record with a 33-0 win.
Well, the Cesar Valera Red Devils have secured the 2nd spot in the Black Diamond after handing Johnston City at home. Well, you can't accuse these two teams of playing dirty football, but things sure got muddy with Christopher's after the '89 season. And this year, the Bearcats are 7-0 and ranked 9th in the state among Class 3A teams.
Well, the co-op has definitely helped us. We've got 4 starters from Ziegler Royalton, 3 other kids on the varsity squad that get some playing time, so it's definitely been a help to us.
The Bearcats hope to continue their unbeaten streak through the IHSA playoffs, but right now, it's just 1 game at a time.
Throughout our conference schedule, we tried to keep their minds on the next Friday night, and so far they've done a good job at it. They, like most 7-0 teams, I guess, they like to play football and they like to win, and they've kept their mind on their business so far.
The Bearcats will be put to the test tomorrow by the area's other unbeaten team, Massac County. We'll have more on that matchup tomorrow on News 3 Sports at 5. The football Salukis hope to end the long
went heads up tonight in Metropolis.
Massac County and Christopher, they've already both clinched playoff spots, but this one was the showdown of the night regardless. And check out who was at the game. Bart Simpson.
Oh, my hero.
Rooting for the underachievers, no doubt. Christopher's defense with a great defense in the first quarter. 4th and goal, the Patriots can't score. And that's how it goes all night long for Massac County. The Bearcats take the lead. Chad Woodland hits Jeff Earl with a pass. Earl goes 48 yards for the touchdown, and Christopher takes his 6-0 lead. Christopher scores again a few plays later. Woodland to a wide open Brian Prudent. He goes in for 6, 12-0. Bearcats. Just before half, Curtis Fisher takes the pitch, and he goes in for another touchdown to make it 20-0. Christopher goes to 8-0. They beat Massac County 26-0.
Other games in Southern Old.
Good evening. Welcome to Sports Extra. A big ball game took place tonight in Massac County. A pair of unbeaten teams. You've been keeping me in suspense. You haven't even told me who won this ball game yet.
Nope. I'm not going to tell you right until the end of the story, too. But what a great crowd out there tonight. And the cold, chilly weather. Jim forecasted at 5. It came true. No playoff berth tonight at stake in Metropolis. Massac County and Christopher already in. These two teams tried to boast the title as the only unbeaten team in Southern Illinois. Massac coach Kelly Glass told us it would be a playoff atmosphere tonight, and it was. What a crowd turnout tonight on the Patriot homecoming midway through the first quarter. Bearcats up 6-0. Chad Woodland passed for the first touchdown and throws for another, a 37-yarder, making it 14-0. This clip pretty much sums up Christopher's defense. They played great the entire game. 4th and inches, the Bearcats not only stopped the Patriots, but forced the fumble. Right before the half, the Bearcats get the ball to Curtis Fisher. He pushed for 5 yards and a touchdown, making it a 20-0 game. Massac facing a big comeback in the second half, almost insurmountable. The Bearcats pad the scoring. Jeff Earl head down for the touchdown.
26-0, and Massac falls for the first time this year.
Welcome to Sports Extra, a big night in high school football. Many teams warming up for the playoffs, many more ending the season, waiting till next year.
Yeah, two teams we're going to tell you about first already have clinched playoff spots.
Right.
And the only obstacle between Christopher ZR and an unbeaten season were the Fairfield Mules. The Bearcats, the only team in Southern Illinois without a loss, and they kicked it off tonight in Christopher. These were two very strong defensive teams that collected a total of 7 sacks. After allowing a Fairfield touchdown, the Bearcat defense went to work. That's Jason McKee dropping Scott Foster for a big loss. The only thing drawing louder than the crowd noise was the officiating. Bearcat fans really started griping when Jacob King got the hook for arguing a call. 7-0 Fairfield into the fourth quarter. 3 minutes to play. A holding penalty called back a long pass, but on the next play, Chad Woodland connects, and this one's clean. 70 yards to McKee, and it's 7-6. CZR going for the win with 2. Woodland goes to the air, and the ball is trapped in the end zone. The score remains 7-6 Fairfield. The Bearcats lose for the first time this season.
Anytime you have a chance to go undefeated in the season, you're really trying extra hard. Might that have been the problem with the kids tonight? Extra effort?
It was probably, maybe that's my fault for playing it up all week, but they might have been thinking about it too much. But that was the most important thing to us, so that's why we emphasized it.
Both these teams await their playoff pairings, which come out tomorrow.